Well, good evening, everybody. It's Friday night, and we are getting ready for a big weekend at Agape Christian Fellowship. I want to make sure that you know all of the stuff that's happening. But first of all, I want to thank all of you who visited with us on this past Sunday morning. We were kind of thinking that the attendance was going to be a little bit low. We had people away, people getting ready for camp, and then I looked up mid-service and we were packed with so many new faces. And one of the things that blessed me the most, and I made mention of it to the church as I looked out over the congregation, was the wide variety of ethnicity we had in the congregation. We had folks there from West Africa, from East Africa, from Central Africa, from Peru, from Kazakhstan, from oh man, I can't even remember, Mexico. I think we had some folks, and we even had a few folks from Vermont. No, it was great. It was great worship, and it's just such a blessing, and so many new people visiting. If you happen to see this and you were one of our visitors on Sunday morning, I want to give you a personal invitation. Come back and join us. It was so good to get to meet you, and to find out who you are and where you're from and what's going on in your life. So happy to have you worship with us. A couple of things that are coming up for the weekend that I need to mention to you. And the first one is Pastor Brian is going to be continuing in his series, Let God Arise. This whole theme of activating heaven has been on our hearts all season long since the beginning of the year. And boy, I'm going to tell you, this past week's message, I posted it on our social media. I believe it's one of the most powerful messages ever preached from the pulpit at 30 Canal Street. Absolutely powerful message. Let God arise, an appeal to heaven. And so Pastor Brian's going to be continuing in that series for the next few weeks. Excuse me, I went out for ice cream with my wife tonight, and for some reason that kind of gives me the burpees. Okay, also coming up this weekend is the beginning of our summer fall. We call it summer fall praise, prayer, and preach service. This is a time when we give some of our young people, we've got the most amazing group of young adults that are growing up in our church, and we're blessed to be turning over the ministry to them. And during the summer months and into the fall, we have a service one Sunday night a month. It's I think it's the third Sunday of the month, when we get together for a time of worship on Sunday evening, starting at 6:30. We sing songs of worship. We have a seat. We invite people who have special needs. If they have need for healing, if they have need for they're concerned about someone or a situation in their life, we anoint them with oil. The elders lay hands on them and we pray for them, and we believe God for answered prayer. And then we invite one of our young adults to participate and teach or bring a sermon or whatever God lays on their heart. And this summer, I'm going to be talking about Sunday night. It'll be our first one of the season, July 19th, with Laura Rose Lawyer. On August 16th, Dylan Bowen, one of our young men, new dad, just had a brand new baby boy, born just a couple of weeks ago. And then, September 20th, Riley Stiers just turned 17 and is turning into a real man of God. And Riley's going to be our preacher on the 20th of September. And then on October 18th, Aaron Slade, who's a familiar face to a lot of people, very, very important key member of our younger generation that are taking over the church. I want to talk about Laura Rose Lawyer. She's one of our gals. She's going to be speaking, sharing her testimony on Sunday night beginning at 6:30. Now, Laura is a second year, she's going to be in the fall, starting her second year at Faith Bible College in Charleston, Maine. And we're excited about Laura. She is on fire for God. We've just been so blessed at what God has been doing in her life. And I'll give you a heads up. Laura, she started school last fall. on faith. She showed up with a bag full of clothes and said to the administration at Faith Bible College, I need to be studying. I need to be here. Will you accept me? They accepted her. She went with no support, no scholarships, no job, no money. And they took her and they kept her all year. The problem is that the school needs the income, obviously, from their tuitions and their room and board and all of those things. And they were very gracious to let Alora come, but she does owe a pretty significant school bill. So we have set up a fund called the Alora Rose Fund. And during this summer, we're accepting donations for those of you who would like to help Alora go back to school in late August, debt-free, the school to have the resources they need for educating this brilliant young lady. And so we are going to receive this coming Sunday night, we're going to receive a special offering. None of the monies we're collecting, we've been getting money in through, people have been sending us PayPal donations and dropping checks in the offering plate or handing me an envelope. But Alora is not going to get any of this money. Everything that comes in for this Alora Rose Fund is going to be put in a check, and it's going to be mailed directly to Faith Bible College in Charleston, Maine, to retire Alora's first-year school debts. To me, it's one of the most exciting things that we can do for her and for this excellent school. So, a couple of things about Sunday night. Alora is going to be preaching. She's going to be sharing her testimony. She's going to be sharing what God has done in her life. It's an amazing testimony. Those of you who know Alora know that she's a CODA. That's a child of deaf adults. She is very well known in the deaf community. And for those of you in the deaf community, we will be having an ASL interpreter on scene. So you can come in and we will have an ASL interpreter there who can interpret for Alora's deaf family and friends if you would like to come in. If you're watching online, we're going to be able to hopefully get a camera on the interpreter as well as Alora as she shares some of the exciting things that God has done in her life. Now, if you would like to donate to the Alora Rose Fund, there's several ways you can do it. You can mail a check to Agape Christian Fellowship, 30 Canal Street, and just make a note on the check, the Alora Rose Fund, and we'll make sure that the school gets all of that on her behalf. Or you can go to our website at acfellowship.net/contact, and that'll take you to a page where we have our address and all of that stuff. And there is a tab there that you can click onto, and you can give by PayPal or Venmo or credit card. And we're just inviting everyone. We really want Alora to go back to school without owing a big school debt. So, but come in here. She's got an amazing testimony. I heard her sermon. They had to preach. All of the students had to give it like, I don't know, 5-10 minute sermon at the end of the year. I was really blessed. Had an opportunity to go down to Plymouth, and Alora went with me along with a friend of hers from college last Saturday. We had a great time, and just so blessed to see that God is raising up young people in our church family, that those of us who are getting a little long in the tooth, we don't have to worry about who's going to take over, We've got a great deacons board. We've got great leadership and people who are involved in ministry, but we're very excited about our young adults. By the way, we do have a young adults group that meets on Wednesday nights at 6:30. If you're a young adult, I don't know, 17 up through 25-ish, whatever you consider to be a young adult, that meets every Wednesday night at the church, 30 Canal Street at 6:30. It's a great time. And if you're a young adult, you'd like to take part in that, please do it. Okay, so remember this. Pastor Brian is preaching sermon number 3 in his series, Let God Arise. Powerful, powerful biblical teaching. Our summer praise, prayer, and preach services are beginning on Sunday night at 6:30 at the church. And Alora Rose will be our speaker, and I believe you're going to be blessed by her. And then going into September, August, September, and October, we've got a whole lineup of young people who are going to be sharing in the work of the ministry at the church. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I hope to see you if you're an Agape guy or gal. 10 o'clock Sunday morning, we need to see you there. It's and if you don't get there early, you may lose your seat. Good things are happening down on Canal Street. And then of course Sunday night back at the church at 6:30. I'm Michael Gant. This has been some Agape Christian Fellowship comings and goings. We'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.